Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kota and this is my first real time trying out this YouTube channel thing. So please just stick around for the ride and I hope you enjoy yourselves. A little backstory, I'm creating this channel to add my voice into the mix. I'm a very big fan of the comic book genre, so I'd like to hear all of your opinions on the movie and TV world that have something to do with the comic book genre. Now, I want to stay away from the editing mostly. I want to keep this as real and authentic as possible. Hopefully, as the community grows for my channel, then I'll have more people asking me questions, and I can start answering those questions and keep it more interactive with you guys. So, with that, let's just get right into it. This week, in honor of Disney Plus debuting on Tuesday, I wanted to break down the show that Disney's been marketing the most to draw its fans in, and that's The Mandalorian. So we got Lucasfilm bringing in the big guns with this show, and I can't explain how excited I am for it. And I know most of you are out there too. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, I'm sure you're looking at the show with some big eyes. You know, it's just the way it looks, the mysteriousness, the music, the landscape. It's just a very exciting show to be watching. And I think this show is going to have a few tough hurdles because we're coming off a few movies, namely The Last Jedi and Solo, the Han Solo origin story, and it left us fans a little divided right now. The fan base right now is pretty toxic. You have some people who are calling for Kathleen Kennedy's head. You have some people who are saying Last Jedi was their favorite movie. So it's a little divided right now. So that's going to be a tough road for the show. But we have the man himself, Dave Filoni, with Jon Favreau directing and running the show. So I think we're gonna be good with this. Dave Filoni created Star Wars Rebels, and when I started watching Rebels, it seemed very kiddie. But once you get into it, the meat of the show, it's one of the best things out there right now in canon. And also, Dave Filoni was a sidekick. He was apprenticed by the man himself, George Lucas, the creator. So I have some high hopes for this show. He really knows what he's doing. And I'm not saying it'll fix things with the fans, but it should do enough until The Rise of Skywalker comes out. It should be able to bring us together as fans to be able to talk about Star Wars in a positive light until the new movie comes out. And hopefully that movie comes out good so we can leave things off good. So, this show takes place 5 years after the events of Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, and it follows a mysterious bounty hunter who we don't really know his name yet. We see someone calling him the Mandalorian. Maybe that is his name. Maybe that's just a title he's going by. We gotta watch the show and find out. It's very secretive right now. We don't know too much about the story or the plot. But it follows the bounty hunter who's wearing the vintage Mandalorian armor. And I don't know about you guys, but I hope they make him a Mandalorian, like a true authentic Mandalorian, not just some man pretending to be one. That's exactly what they did with Jango Fett. Jango Fett, we saw him, we thought he was from Mandalore. It turns out, and I think it was in a comic book, I'm not entirely sure, but it came out that he was actually just wearing the armor. So technically, Boba Fett's not even a Mandalorian either. So this could be our first real live action look at what a Mandalorian looks like. And in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, we saw the Mandalorians, we saw Darth Maul take down and rule the planet. So we've seen them before, but this will be our first real live action look at it. Sorry, I'm just drinking. Um, so yeah, there hasn't been much information, but the trailers, the trailers have been pretty nice. I'm not entirely sure if I'm allowed to post them on here, but I'll probably play it. I gotta see what I'm gonna do though. Um, but just stick around with me. Every week I'll be doing a Star Wars: The Mandalorian. Uh, what's it called? I'm blanking out. Reviews each week. And so here I'm gonna put on the schedule. Here's the schedule we have so far. We got this Tuesday the 12th coming out. we had the first episode premiered. And instead of waiting another week, yeah, that's right. So instead of Netflix, like how Netflix and other streaming services do, and they just release their shows all at once, this Disney Plus is taking the route of releasing them weekly. And I think this is a really good idea. I see lots of people and their different opinions out there saying whether or not this is a good idea or a bad idea. At the end of the day, we just have to see how it turns out. But I like to think of it as a good idea because think of it like this. We had Game of Thrones come out, and each week it would come out. You know what? Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, whatever show it is that you liked, it was like it was an event to be there and watch it. Instead of you just watching it all by yourself in your room before work, skipping school, whatever it is you did, and just you're done with it. That's it. You know everything in a matter of a day, and that's it. And then everyone just moves on. Here you have a week to digest the story, the characters, the plot, and you have more time to spend with the characters. So I think this is a really good idea. I know me and my friends are probably going to be having some watch parties. I'm sure a lot of people would. That seems like a very fun idea. You get friends together, order some pizzas, just chill. Doesn't have to be anything serious. So we have that on the 12th. But instead of waiting another week, that same Friday we get episode 2. And that's because they're supposed to release on Fridays, but with the premiere day, the launch day of Disney Plus, I'm sure they wanted episode 1 to come out so then everyone can finally watch it. And then they didn't want viewers to wait too long, so we got that same Friday. After that, we get episode 3 following that Friday, and the trend continues, except with episode 7. Episode 7 is going to premiere on Thursday the 18th. They're not going to release it that Friday because of the Rise of Skywalker coming out. Then after that, we have the following Friday, which is the season finale, ending season 1 with only 8 episodes. Now, I say only 8 episodes, it seems like a lot. I mean, it seems like a little bit, but they're going to be hour-long shows. It's really just probably going to be like uh, a long Star Wars movie, an 8-hour Star Wars movie. Sign me up for that. I'd much rather that than a 2-hour Star Wars movie. You know, I'm not saying get rid of Star Wars movies entirely because that's what Star Wars is. They're movies, they're events. But here we have time to digest the characters and to be able to get more in touch with the story and the characters. So the good news is, though, that they're already starting production on season 2, so we shouldn't have to wait too long for the second season. Um, yeah, so that was it, guys. Thanks for tuning in to episode 1 of Dakota's Talk Show. Again, this is all very new to me, and I'm going to need some time to find my footing, find my own voice, see how I'm going to be running things, see how all this is going to work. And I'd appreciate it if you guys could leave a like and leave a comment in the comment section below. You can start a dialogue. We can all have conversations with each other's, whether it's theories, what you liked about the show, what constructive criticism you might have, what can help me. That'd be great. Again, so thanks for watching and have a fun-filled day.